SMT Nation, we back. Nation, this article is very insightful. This is a situation I've been monitoring for a couple of years. We've been talking about fixed wireless access and 5G home internet for a while here. And whenever these articles come out, I like to cover them with you all. Because what we want to see is the impact that Verizon and T-Mobile's home internet is having on the cable industry. Right? They have become legitimate home ISP options. And it happened really, really quickly, and I think it's going to continue. We'll talk about it today in this video. Article is in the description. Also in the description is the real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. If you guys want to support the SMT, that's one way you could do it. Link is in the description there to keep me caffeinated and motivated. Also, there is a link to our Mint Mobile partner link where you guys can save money on your wireless and help out the channel as well. Thanks for those considerations. All right, so Mike Dano, this is lightreading.com, article description. Fixed wireless access, 5G home internet. 90% of all new U.S. customers, and they're making 90% of them satisfied. Okay, so let's look at the detailed numbers. All right, so when it comes to net broadband customer additions in the United States in 2022, T-Mobile and Verizon accounted for 90% of that growth. All right, that is huge. So of the 10 customers, right, involved in any random 10 sample, 9 of them would be going to Verizon or T-Mobile home internet. All right, so that's huge. Fixed wireless access clearly has big momentum going into 2023 based off of the success of 2022. The financial analysts at Evercore reported that T-Mobile's fixed wireless access services, right, seems to have accelerated their number of downloads. Right, the T-Mobile home internet has its own standalone app. I don't think Verizon has that. So basically what Evercore is looking at is how many people are downloading the T-Mobile home internet application. And they see that downloads were up 3% in the month of February versus January. So even just looking at Q1 here as we're recording this on March 7th, you're seeing an acceleration from January to February, right? So maybe there's some more momentum there for T-Mobile. The expectation from the analysts is that T-Mobile will add about 450,000 new customers this quarter, Q1 23. That would be down from the fourth quarter of 2022, which came in at 524,000, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Q1s are usually slower than Q4s. And I think T-Mobile's aware of that, so they might be putting a little bit more push on the marketing side of things, being more aggressive to recruit customers that way. Another kind of interesting detail here as well is that the expectation is that fixed wireless access, T-Mobile and Verizon's 5G home internet should continue to grow moving into the rest of the year. All right, so if you look at the past and the way it's played out, about 3 million subscribers in 2022 picked Verizon and T-Mobile home internet. That's up from the previous year, 2021, where collectively they only added 730,000. Right? So 90% of the net adds, broadband net additions, went to fixed wireless access compared to 20% in 2021. So clearly a tale of two different stories, right? And it seems like customers are happy. It doesn't look like churn rate's all that bad. The firm surveyed Facebook groups. There's a T-Mobile fixed wireless user group. 15,000 members. They polled them in December of 22, and they received replies, and 90% said they were mostly satisfied. They found that 42% of those respondents were previously on a cable connection, 37% from DSL, 6% were on fiber. 8% had no prior broadband service. So that's pretty interesting, right? Most customers are coming from cable, many of them also from DSL, but they're getting a small portion of their customers from fiber, right? I'm guessing the DSL customers are leaving because of performance and price. The cable company customers are probably mostly price, balloon and explosive pricing after terms, and then not having service and now trying T-Mobile tells you that those customers are trying T-Mobile because they probably trust T-Mobile to give them a fair price, right? Those are kind of that's my process. That's my thinking. folks, this goes back to what CEO of T-Mobile, Mike Sievert, said. There's Toyotas and Ferraris. Cable's going to tell you all the time how their service is superior to T-Mobile's, mobile network home internet. And that's fine. Maybe it is. Dedicated wireline, yeah, it's better than fixed wireless access. Definitely in its current form, for sure. One would argue that maybe it will always be, which is fine. But it doesn't change the outcome. If you look at the people, they're responding because of different things. People feel more confident that they're getting what they're paying for at a clip of, looks like 90%, right? So 9 out of 10 people are saying fixed wireless access is good enough under most situations, right? And the common man, the common person, the common family believes it's good enough. If it was bad and it wasn't good enough, they wouldn't stay. They wouldn't be adopting it. There's a lot of venom for cable, right, and DSL providers, so it creates a switching pool, and then it's up to T-Mobile and Verizon to keep those customers, right? So if the rate is something they can live with, if the service is reliable enough and the performance is good enough, these customers are not going to leave. I think that the premise that big cable is saying, fixed wireless access is just a temporary parking lot, these customers will be back, there is absolutely no guarantee of that. There is no indication that customers are simply going to go back to cable just because fixed wireless access isn't good enough. The fixed wireless access customers would have to experience, well, could be a number of things, but they would have to experience poor billing or bad billing, explosive pricing, price changes or hikes, and performance degradation. Like any combination of those things. If those things don't happen, these customers are not going anywhere, right? For the most part, people will keep what works for them. They're not likely to switch. Switching is difficult. It's painful. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of obstacles and barriers, and it's a lot of trouble. So if cable thinks that people are just going to switch back to them after switching to fixed wireless access, there has to be a catalyst that forces people to leave. And they're not going to unless something wrong happens with their fixed wireless access. Whether it's the pricing, which isn't going to happen, right? We see price locks and all that. Bad customer care, which in my opinion, mobile network operators offer better customer care than cable operators, right? And not by a wide margin, but there's nothing good about cable customer care. And lastly is performance degradation. There's probably going to be more spectrum coming to market, more tower sites getting higher capacity fiber upgrades, right? More of a dedication to upgrading tower sites and densifying. It's unlikely, in my opinion, that customers are going to go back to cable, especially with them not fixing the main problem at big cable, which is explosive term pricing. Until they fix that, these customers will want to stay away. Big cable just refuses to respond. They know what's wrong with their business model from the consumer side. Like, they know what consumers don't want. They just don't care. Is there any more tone-deaf industry than cable? They just don't give a damn. They don't care about trying to appease the customer. The only time big cable does anything right is when they have competitors competing against them. They are forced to offer a more attractive price point and promotional price because the other company is just going to take their business. I, for one, am very pleased with this outcome, having fixed wireless access, T-Mobile and Verizon sticking it to big cable. I love to see the competition, the pricing pressure, on the operators, and people getting better deals and better service because of it. What do you guys think of these numbers? What do you think of this article? Sound off in the comment section below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links are in the description for all things going on with the channel. Big shout out to my YouTube members and patrons for making content on this channel possible. Everybody who ever donated and supported the channel, especially those that have bought me coffee and those that want to do so in the future. Thank you. The Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. And don't forget, if you're looking for a great deal on wireless, check out our partner, mmWave. The partner link is in the description. Thanks for watching, folks. We shall see you all in the next one. Peace.